Hey, Janil here. And today I will tell you about how it is sometimes so much fun to live a double life and why I chose this path. I will say this right away, it wasn't easy for me at first, but humans can adapt to any conditions. So now everything is fine with me. Well, let me start right away. First, I'll tell you about my family. I have a dad, a mom, and an older brother named Alexander. Even at home, we call him that. Oh no, it's not his wish, but rather our mom's. I call him Alex and he calls me P. Our parents hate it when we do this, and therefore we only call each other by nicknames in their absence. Our parents are sophisticated people. My dad owns a jewelry store and he loves poetry, and my mom paints. And you guessed it, she loves art. I don't know how they ended up with children like my brother and me. At first, everything was the way our parents wanted. Alex and I grew up in harsh conditions, and we were raised in a strict household. My brother was raised as a gentleman, and I was raised as a lady. From very early on, we were used to eating with a fork and knife. We knew everything about table setting, manners at parties, and how to talk to adults. It was hard to learn all the rules, but we tried, and grew up the way my dad and mom wanted. But sooner or later, there comes a period when a little rebel wakes up in kids, and we were no exception. I first noticed my dark side when I had a fight at school with one of the girls. My dad taught me to resolve issues like a diplomat, but as it turns out, not everyone understands that way. The scandal erupted after school and a bit far away from the building, so no one saw us. That day, everything went wrong, and I wasn't in the mood. And then came Nasty Carrie. She was from our class, and I knew that she had a big crush on my brother. One day, she asked me to introduce her, but I politely refused because I knew that he would not like her. My brother preferred skinny, short girls, and she looked like a man in a dress. Despite her height and weight, I wasn't afraid, and I was the first to hit her in the face after she called me a whore. I couldn't just stand there and watch her insult me. Of course, I could accept some criticism from people, but what she was saying wasn't fair at all. Carrie was a dumb idiot and she decided to come for me. But am I to blame that she was fat with a man's face? For the first time in my life, I hit someone with my fist, and in the face, and I liked it so much. I don't know how I hit her, but Carrie was knocked out with one hit. And this was just the beginning. My friends' jaws dropped and they clapped at me and I smiled. To be honest, I've never gotten so much pleasure before. I slept badly that night and I kept wondering why I enjoyed the fight. Why wasn't I scared like before? And maybe I should try something else, something that my parents forbid? And what if I like it as well? This thought haunted me, and then I finally fell asleep. The next day, Carrie came up to me. I thought that she was going to take revenge, but she said hi and said that I surprised her. She invited me to a club. It was a closed club, and she said for the elite. I took the invitation in the form of the ticket and promised to think about it. I didn't really want to get involved in a bad company, but on the other hand, did I really not want to? I thought about it for 2 days and weighed everything, and I finally decided to go. I opened my closet and realized that apart from long dresses, trousers, and blouses, I had nothing else to wear. So I put on some pants and a shirt and went to the club. It was in a small garage in Carrie's house, and it honestly looked like a garbage dump from the outside, but everything inside was very cool. Lights, sofas, and even a fridge. I went inside and everyone was surprised at my arrival, but Carrie told them everything. She said that she felt the demons in me and wanted to free them. I did not understand what that meant, but I went inside and sat down on the sofa. One of her friends laughed at my appearance. She said that even her grandpa did not wear those types of trousers and shirts. I felt a bit embarrassed, and then Carrie asked if I was ready to start a different life. I did not answer right away, but then I said yes, I was ready. Then, a third girl came up to me with a cigarette in her mouth and put it out quickly, took scissors and cut my trousers up to my thighs, making them into shorts. I was so shocked, but I did not interfere. And then she cut off the long sleeves of my shirt and tied it in a knot, making it a top, put some red lipstick on me, and voila! I looked completely different. So edgy, confident, sexy, and just completely different. I loved my new look. Carrie said that she liked me and that she was the boss there. She invited me to join the gang if I followed the rules. First, it was the dress code, and second, we had to stir things up and hang out together and help solve each other's problems. I was so interested and a little bit scared, so I asked Carrie what demons she was talking about, but she said that I would soon see them myself. And it did happen. The first task was to go with them to some sort of fight. It turned out that Stephanie, the one who changed my outfit, had her phone taken away by someone from another gang. I didn't know, but it turns out that they had their own little groups, and some of them did not get along with others. Our Stephanie was offended, and we had to stand up for her and to defend the honor of the sisterhood. So we met up at nighttime, somewhere near a junkyard, and at first Carrie was negotiating, but it did not last long because the leader of that group spat in Carrie's face. A real fight erupted. Without hesitation, I jumped on the girl who spat on her face and managed to pull out a clump of her hair. She hit me in the leg and it was very painful, and I received a blow in the stomach, arms, and my neck, and I almost fainted. But then I hit her with my signature blow and the enemy was defeated. She passed out and we won. I gave the phone back and I also took all the money and food. I came back home all excited and happy. My inner demons rejoiced. It's like they burst out after so many years of imprisonment. I couldn't go in looking like that, so I climbed through the window, quickly took a shower, and changed into my usual outfit. And this is how I lived. We not only had fights and also hung out in clubs until the morning, and I also came home through the window, quickly showered, and when I stayed home, my parents and I discussed the latest news of the high society. I loved it. I saw my other dark side and I liked it. And then one day, my secret surfaced. When I again was climbing through the window, at that moment, my brother came into my bedroom. He was surprised to see me in a black outfit, torn ties, and bright makeup. I was scared and confused. Alex suddenly closed the door because my mom was trying to enter. She wanted to know what was going on and he said that I was sleeping. Shh, do not wake her up. Please, she played the violin until late at night, he said, and mom left. I thanked him. I did not expect this from my brother, and he suddenly showed me a tattoo on his entire back. So, it turns out that my brother was a rebel as well. So we went on a walk with him to talk. He was of the same opinion as me. We were bored of living like our parents, and he had the same opinion as me. We were bored of living like our parents, and their motto is, nothing is allowed, everyone is bad except them. Alex and I were both tired of the rules, and so we decided to taste some freedom. Since then, my brother and I have been protecting each other before our parents. But to be honest, I still love living like this. So, what do you guys think? What would you do if you were in our place? If you like this story, then give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.